This is an invitation to join Luxbet Club Extra, exclusively to owners and trainers. Join Luxbet today using promo code and receive a match deposit of 150% up to $1,500. Luxbetter odds, Luxbetter up with Luxbet.
Well, joining us this morning on Stable Boss is resident trainer Chris Anderson. And Chris, another big week for you. Not so big on Saturday, but just Mashani Bullet obviously trying to qualify for the Magic Millions.
Yeah, that's right. Look, he had a pretty torrid run last Saturday. Sat 3 deep in the entire, and he only got beaten 1.8 in the end, so I thought his effort was terrific. It's unfortunate, he drew a poor alley. They're just so important up there to draw a good barrier, and it was no one's fault, but I suppose the last Saturday was really his day to try and qualify, and whether or not we go around this weekend is, I suppose it's a bit of a 50-50 at this stage, but we'll just wait and see, and we'll probably make a last minute decision. We may even race him next Wednesday at the Sunshine Coast.
Okay.
The millions don't come around that often, as you know, once a
I know,
year.
It's a mad rush. I love admiring him in the yard though, because he's got a real classic look about him. He's going to make a magnificent 3-year-old.
He is, without a doubt. I've said to you before, over the mile in the winter would be ideal for him, but we'll just wait and see. But he's certainly something to look forward to in future months and years, hopefully.
All right, plenty of racing here this Friday. We've got Ipswich on Friday, and of course Sunny Coast Friday night. You've got a couple of runners, heaps good. That's heaps good English. I love it.
It is. I don't know how the owner came up with that one, but it's a little bit of fun, I suppose. But he's knocking at the door. His first up run was disappointing here at Eagle Farm, but that's when that track was quite shifty and it was playing a little bit awkward. He'll get the right conditions there with a nice track at the Sunshine Coast Friday night. So hopefully he'll be in the mix, Bernie. Needs to show a little bit more, but hopefully he'll be in the mix.
Okay, how about the French horse, Joueur?
Joueur, yeah. I'm a little bit excited about this bloke because his last start obviously was over 2,800 in the VRC. Was it the Derby?
St. Ledger?
St. Ledger, sorry. So looking forward to getting him up to a trip.
Yeah.
First up 1,400. I think he might be a little bit of a surprise, this bloke.
Okay.
His work's been excellent this week and obviously leading up until Friday. So he's one I'm really looking forward to. He could be one out of the hat, one out of the box.
All right, we'll keep a lookout for Joueur. Wednesday is our fantastic 12 race card. Can't wait. You've got a whole heap of runners.
Yeah, I do. Not really sure what I'm doing with them at the moment, but your old friend Subsolar may look at going around again, but we need a dry track. But a couple of other chances. Mashani Sleuth might go up there. I think he's really screaming out for a little bit further. He's not a 1,000-metre horse, and that's generally where he's been tried in the past. So good to see him.
He was great at Ipswich first up.
He was great, yeah. He got a long way back, and his last 50 was superb.
Yeah,
so
I bet he's tightened up too.
He has.
Yeah.
He has. And there's a couple of other chances up there next Wednesday, but if anyone's having a bet, I suppose...
Mashani Sleuth's the one.
I think so.
Yeah.
He's a horse I'm really looking forward to. And I suppose for a lot of these horses, Bernie, it's quite tough at the moment because the summer series is on, which is great.
Yeah.
And obviously Millions is close. And, a lot of these horses we're trying to time. So when that sort of hard racing sort of falls away, these horses are ready to sort of pounce. So timing's everything.
Just want to touch on a couple of your runners from last weekend. Obviously, Mystic Opal, she's just really come to the fore at the moment, hasn't she? She was impressive.
Yeah, she was, and it was a big step up. I heard David Fowler talk about, on radio, going from fillies and mares class 4 and being dominant to a one metro win.
Yeah,
but
was
being
class.
Equally as dominant. So, yeah, she's just thriving at the moment. And
where does she go next?
She'll go to a benchmark 80 next Saturday at Doomben over 1,350. We were looking at possibly stepping her up to a mile, but she's just so brilliant. At these 6 and 7 furlong races that we've just got to probably keep her there.
Yeah, why not? And I just want to touch on Elegant Composure, who was beaten here on Saturday, and obviously she was so brilliant first up. We all had huge expectations second up. Do you think that's what it was? Just a little bit of second up syndrome, perhaps just the edge off her because she was so sharp first up?
Yeah, I hope so, Bernie. It's funny, isn't it? You get a horse like Mystic Opal winning a few races earlier just so dominantly. And then you all of a sudden get quite deflated with, one of your better horses in the stable, certainly running well below par. But I think so. I think, we took her home. We've had her looked at on a number of occasions and she's jumping out of her skin, especially this morning. My rider just said how well she feels. So hopefully, as you said off camera before, that's what horses can do, second up.
Well, you see it time and time again. A horse runs a blistering track record somewhere, and everyone wants to be on it next start because it blew them away, and it comes out and it flops because it's just, it puts so much into that first run. Even though, throughout the week at home she was fabulous, her work was good, but still they're really not let off the bridle, are they?
Absolutely, and you also don't know, we can do bloods and we can look at their feed and take their temp and do all those vital signs. But horses are similar to humans, we can wake up and just feel a touch off some days. We've still got to work, we still eat, we have no temp, but we feel a little bit below par, and horses are the same. And who wasn't to say that that's the way she felt the morning of the race as well? So it was probably her only disappointing performance in her whole career.
Yep.
So I think we've certainly got to forgive her.
Where does she go now?
She'll still go to the Nudgee.
Yep.
It's a fillies and mares. It'll be a very tough race. Geez, I'm really looking forward to that.
It's a good race.
Obviously, it's the wild card for the Magic Millions fillies and mares race, so everyone's trying to have a go at it, and why not? And I think it's a great initiative by the Magic Millions and by Racing Queensland to put something like this in to give horses like her the opportunity to qualify for $1 million race.
Indeed. All right, Chris, thanks for joining us this morning on Stable Boss. Chris has got Mashani Bullet in this Saturday, and of course a whole heap of runners Friday and next Wednesday.
This is an invitation to join Luxbet Club Extra, exclusively to owners and trainers. Join Luxbet today using promo code and receive a match deposit of 150% up to $1,500. Luxbetter odds, Luxbetter up with Luxbet.